Hi everybody, this is Red Hill Eagle. This is episode 22 of Hope and Glory, our local to global, based in the UK. Started off in 1992. We are now in November, week 3, 1998. We have a show tonight, so let's just go ahead and do that, shall we? So we're going to do what we've been doing so far and try and get a different venue. Just kind of, we've only had two so far, so Beckenham and Granada. Let's remember that, Beckenham and Granada, and we'll try and get something different. We are expected to have just over 2,500 fans, so get something in the region of, if we can, 700 capacity. Slightly lower than we wanted, but it's an option. The Nike Leisure Sport Complex. Okay, we'll do that then. The Nike Leisure Sport Complex. What was Beckenham to be? 3,000. So we have been using slightly bigger venues. Alright then, I'll tell you what. Yeah, okay, we'll stick with that then. And we'll go for something a little bit more capacity. Let's try and get everybody in. Probably won't come across another 3,000 capacity now, will we? No, of course we won't. Let's go for the Plymouth Pavilions. It can hold 4,000. We're okay for money. We haven't really got to worry too much. So let's start off then. Actually, what I should do before I do anything else, because I'm liable to make silly mistakes like this, just check our pre-booking. Have we got anything? No. Should we have anything? Thinking about it, should I have possibly pre-booked something that I haven't pre-booked? No, nothing that says next week or anything like that. No, okay, so yeah, let's crack on then. I know I'm divering, aren't I? This is the silly sort of things that make these episodes go on way too long. But right, yes, so let's kick off. We want a decent main event. We are going to go with, still don't have any major, yes we do, of course we do. We've got a few. So yeah, our main event then will feature one of these guys. Let's go Dave Finlay. And possibly try and get someone else over. We've probably done the Ian McGregor thing quite a few times, really. Who else? Definitely want Andre Baker. Definitely want to be putting him over. Who else have we got in the babyface category? Signed Norman Smiley. I think I did that off camera. I might be wrong, but he's actually got some really decent stats. I'm going to see if Dave Finlay will put him over. So what we'll do is we'll do like, let's have Dave Finlay, Norman Smiley, and we'll open up with like a Dave Finlay promo, like an open challenge thing, I guess, and Norman Smiley answers it, and everyone kind of, he laughs it off. Who the hell are you? You're just a nobody. Did you come out from the crowd? And then, as it turns out, Norman Smiley's actually not too bad. I manages to beat him. Now, let's, I tell you what, let's put it down to 14. I'm going to go for Steal the Show. Now, say, hopefully, Dave Finlay will be agreeable to put in Norman Smiley over. Let's have a flash pinfall finish, so it's a bit of a shock. Steal the Show. Road Agent could not be a competitor. Let's go for Keith Myatt then. Yeah, he's agreeable to that. That's good. So Norman Smiley will get the victory there. Our semi-main event. Let's have a look. We can look at someone like probably another major star actually. Bob Holly. Is there anyone we haven't used on telly yet? They've both been used last week. Let's go with Bob Holly. He'll go over. He's still young enough for us to be pushing him. He'll go over someone like, we want to get Andre Baker over. Right, he'll be in the next match. Please, let's remember that. So let's have Bob Holly go over Chris Curtis? Or even Flash? Yeah, because I'll tell you what, we haven't used Flash yet since he came back. Yeah, shortish match. Let's go 12 minutes. Let's get Bob Holly over. Let's open match script and go for a pinfall finish. And then let's have a tag team match, seeing as we kind of now have a tag team, albeit only one. We might do something a bit different. Instead of having Jericho and Canyon in this match, let's try and pair off a couple of other people. So let's just make sure, yeah, we've only got Acid Burn, haven't we? Okay, so let's go with, let's try and look at someone like, now I want to get Justin Martin over. Let's go Justin Martin and Tom Tyrone. And they can take on, how about good old Drew McDonald? Haven't used him for a week. Drew McDonald and, see, another heel. Can't be those two, can it? Blimey, don't have as many heels as I thought. And Max Payne? Yeah. Okay, so this is the tag team match for this show. 39 minutes wrestling time. Alright, I'm going to cut this one quite a lot because I do want to get Andre Baker in there. And let's give the win to, yeah, Justin Martin. I want to get him over. Let's have this as our storytelling match. And let's have this one as a, I'll tell you what, let's have this one as a count-out finish. Just to give us something different. 39-minute wrestling time. Right, I'm going to have to cut these other matches. I might have to increase the time of this show. What is it, a 60-minute show? I might have to increase it to an hour and a half. Right, let's cut this one then a fair bit. I mean, Andre Baker, his match doesn't have to be very long, but we want it a bit more than just 3 minutes. So let's go with that. Yeah, and then cut the main event a little bit as well. Maybe by 3 minutes. It's quite a long main event. Well, it's not, but when you compare it to the length of the other matches now, yeah, let's do that. So we'll have an 8-minute match. Andre Baker will have 8 minutes. I'm not sure who he's going to beat yet. Want to get him over, but it doesn't mean he has to beat someone higher than him. Yeah, Andre Baker. I mean, we've been talking about getting him over for years in game, and he's already sort of 33 now, and you kind of think, wow, we haven't left it late, but ideally I should have started a long time ago. Let's have him go over Ian McGregor. And saying that, Ian McGregor's still fairly young. Gary Beware we're getting over. Okay. I'm going to go Ian McGregor then. Go with my first instincts. I'm going to say 8 minutes, so that makes it 10 minutes overall. Andre Baker, yeah. I want to be thinking, actually. Ian McGregor's in a story with Dave Finlay, so we could have Finlay interfere. So let's do that. Open match script. Tainted, and also, how about just a distraction rather than an interference? McGregor's distracted by Dave Finlay. Yeah. Okay, and then put this one down. That can be our opener, I think. So, yeah, we'll have Dave Finlay. Kind of makes an open challenge. Yeah, so he makes an open challenge, and then Norman Smiley answers it. So, Dave Finlay, open challenge, answered by Norman Smiley. Okay. Go just for 4 minutes, I think. And we'll stick that there. But we are going to have our opening segment that we've been doing. Gordon Pryor and Nick Parry open the show. So we want none there, and we want none there. So, yeah, inside the studio, Pryor and Parry open the show, and they'll talk about Dave Finlay. And they'll talk about, who else have we got on? That's my memory. So yeah, Andre Baker and Ian McGregor. And maybe Bob Holly. Okay, Bob Holly, yeah. Bob Holly. And so he'll overness off screen. Overness off screen. I mean, we should really, if we're not going to game the system, we should have them all rated on overness regardless really of where they are on the card. I mean, that works out quite well because I think they're all, apart from Andre Baker, they're all main eventers, well, they're all major stars or stars. Okay. Open the show. Open and discuss the show. So, obviously, yes, they talk about these wrestlers here. You'll see these guys in action. I was tempted to put another name on there and we'll give them an interview, but I don't know who I'm using yet. We're going to have an angle with Chris Jericho. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do Gary Beware, interviewed by Ricky Knight, and then he's interrupted or attacked by Chris Jericho and Chris Canyon. Whoops. Who's the main guy they're up against? Yes, I did open my... Yeah, of course, Ludwig Borger, of course it is. So Ludwig Borger, let's put Ludwig Borger in. But he'll be rated on entertainment. And the reason is, let's have night interviews. Beware. Acid burn. Attack. And beat. Wear down at Borger's instructions. So yeah, Ludwig Borger isn't getting his hands dirty. He's literally just instructing his henchmen, I guess, as to what to do here. So yeah, we'll stick that there. 8 minutes. I want to do something with Ben McCoy and Michelle Starr. Let's have. We haven't had a. No, I'll tell you what. Let's just have Ben McCoy. He's chatting with. Trying to think of a face that's doing quite well. Maybe Bob Holly. Bob Holly's warming up for his match. Let's have it on entertainment. Ben McCoy. Entertainment, but then Ben McCoy is attacked by Michelle Starr. Now, I don't want to split this into sort of 2 or 3 segments. I mean, I could do, and I could have just these 2, and then I could bring Michelle Starr in on the next segment and have him down as fighting and Bob Holly down as selling. I could do, but I think the majority of this angle is kind of Ben McCoy and Bob Holly chatting as Bob Holly's warming up. Michelle Starr comes out and just sort of beats Bob Holly down. But yeah, I'm doing it this way because I don't want to be splitting angles up into 2 or 3 segments. It's a shame there isn't a mechanic in this game where you can have, rated on lots of things, really, because you can have segments where they start off chatting and then they have a fight and then whatever. So, I mean, you could do that. But that's what the way the game is, and that's the way I'm running this particular save. So, Bob Holly warms up with Ben McCoy. So they're just chatting, really. Then, I won't put then. Sorry, Michelle Starr attacks McCoy. Holly tries to chase. So, yeah, Bob Holly being the face tries to sort of chase Michelle Starr, but Michelle Starr just gets away. Something gets in Holly's way. I don't know. I was conscious here not to have Bob Holly get into a fight because he does have his match coming up. So we'll put that segment just before his match. So we've got another 4 minutes. Who haven't I used that I could or should? Lord Regal. Yeah, got to have Lord Regal on the card, haven't we? I mean, he's in a story as well, but isn't he? But he's only in. He's only a support guy, isn't he? So, I did create a storyline here as well between these three. I should really deal with that somewhere. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to. So what I'm going to do is let's have, Lord Regal needs to be on the card. Let's have him cut a promo, maybe just a self-promo. Maybe he mentions Ben McCoy and Lewis Blaine. So Lord Regal, Lewis Blaine. I know this is going to ding it because Lewis Blaine's only unimportant. And Ben McCoy, Overness, off screen. So, Lord Regal self promo. We won't mention these two, but I won't mention it here because I can't be bothered to type it out. But we know that it's a self promo mainly, but he just mentions Lewis Blaine and Ben McCoy. Maybe he mentions Michelle Starr as well. Seems like he's friends with Michelle Starr. Okay, so and we're going to go 3 minutes. It doesn't seem very long, but I want to leave a minute spare for post main event, where Norman Smiley is going to get attacked by Johnny Angel. Norman Smiley, Johnny Angel. See this one I can put him down as selling because that's the entire segment. Johnny Angel fighting post. Johnny Angel attacks Smiley and escapes through crowd. 1 minute. Right, yeah, and that will be after that last match. Okay, so let's see how this one does. The opening segment with our commentary team gets a 47. Dave Finlay, his open challenge, I guess, at the beginning of the show, gets a 54, answered by Norman Smiley, whose gimmick got great. That's very marketable, and a large boost to microphone skill. That's we'll probably only be using them on entertainment, but I think the microphone skills are used for that. It must be. Andre Baker over Ian McGregor. Wow, 72. I made the right decision there. Andre Baker getting the win in 8 minutes 27 by pinfall after distraction from Dave Finlay. 72. Handle changes. What's the change? Andre Baker. Did we? We obviously changed his gimmick. Yes, I did. Power and paint. Nothing special, but just thinking of the paint, the face mask, the face paint he's got. I think he needed. I can't remember if he needed to have a freshen up of his gimmick, but I thought I'd do it anyway. May receive a bonus when booked to look dominant. We've got to bear that in mind then if we want to get him over. But yeah, 72 for that match. Yes, Ricky Knight interviewing Gary Beware, and then Acid Burn, Chris Jericho and Chris Kanyon come down and attack him at the request and instruction of Ludwig Borger. 46, a little bit disappointing. There wasn't enough star power in the length, for the fighting, I guess. I've got to think about that really. But I mean, 46 isn't incredibly bad. Justin Martin and Tom Tyrone then take on Drew McDonald and Max Payne, just a tag team match. 37 is very disappointing. They're all pretty low down the card, so okay, kind of understand that. But really, I was just trying to get Justin Martin over. So, Martin and Tyrone getting the win in, where were we? 5 minutes 48, when Max Payne was counted out, and his opposing legal man was, as we know, Justin Martin. Okay, 37, Tom Tyrone gimmick is looking stale. Bob Holly warming up for his match, chatting to Ben McCoy in the dressing rooms. And then Michelle Starr comes along and attacks Ben McCoy. Bob Holly tries to chase Michelle Starr, but he's sort of blocked by, I don't know, tea lady or something, or a cleaner with his mop and bucket. I don't know. Just use your imagination. But Bob Holly, being the face, has obviously tried to do something, but Michelle Starr's got away. Overall rating of 53. All these, by the way, the purpose is just to get the storylines to advance. Our match between Bob Holly and Flash gets a 64. That's not awful. Great heat, decent wrestling. Holly got the win in 7 minutes 4 seconds by a pinfall with the Alabama Slam. Gimmick changes. It'd be Flash, of course it will. Rating of awful. Excellent. Lord Regal self-promo and mentions these guys here, as we said, just to advance this storyline really. Rating of 48, maybe a little bit disappointing, but I think we did rate everyone on overness, and Lewis Blaine certainly isn't over by any stretch of the imagination. And to be honest, these guys aren't particularly either. But yeah, just to advance that story, rating of 48. Did gain heat though. So obviously that story was below 48, and so it did gain heat. In the main event, Dave Finlay, Norman Smiley, absolute shocker of a result as the debuting Norman Smiley gets the win in 9 minutes 53 by a pinfall with a Flash roll-up. And that's a rating of 73, so that one is, brilliant, excellent match. Really, really happy with that one. Post-match, Norman Smiley's celebrating. He can't believe he's won his first match in the PLW. But then he is attacked from behind from Johnny Angel. And that is a rating of 61. And that, it's advanced the story, but it was also the first segment in this story. Overall then for this show, let's have a look. What have we got? 66. Yep, we increased our popularity in 6 regions. Lovely jubbly. Okay, let's just see what this email is all about before we sign off. Mel Stewart opinion. I like what Justin Martin's doing in the ring. The kid is only going to get better with time. Well, that's good, because he's someone I've earmarked for a bit of a push. I'll have to give him some kind of picture. Let's go with in-ring role. Yeah, so who was it? It was Justin Martin. So yeah, I'll need to give him some kind of picture. 29 though, so he's definitely at that kind of age now where, let's push him. Let's push him and see how far we can take him. We've got great stamina and athleticism. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with this guy. Tom Tyrone's gimmick needed a bit of a freshen up. I'm not going to do anything drastic with him. He's 38. He's not going to be part of our long-term future, although he might still have a few years under him. Stamina's pretty decent. Yeah, I'm still not going to do anything over drastic with him. Let's just tweak it. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please give a like and subscribe if you have. Keep the comments coming. I've sort of get a few here and there. I really want you guys to start, tell me who to sign. Tell me what I can do. Am I wrong to not be signing people like The Rock and Triple H? They're available. I can sign them. I just, at the moment, I don't want to overdo it. But hey, maybe it'll make the save a lot more exciting. Certainly make the company more exciting. It'll certainly give the company a massive boost. But I don't want the WWF's roster. But yes, perhaps you guys might like to see that. Let me know. And I'll see you all again soon. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.